Welcome back, everyone. Today, we have something truly jaw-dropping for you. Former President Donald Trump faced one of the most brutal interviews of his career, and it was nothing short of explosive. If you thought you had seen it all, think again. This interview will leave you speechless. So, grab your popcorn and stay tuned, because we're diving deep into every shocking moment right here, right now. It all started when Trump agreed to sit down with one of the most fearless interviewers in the business. Little did he know, this would turn into a confrontation like no other. Mr. Trump, thank you for joining us today. Let's get straight to it. Many people believe that your actions both during and after your presidency have been highly controversial. How do you respond to those critics? Trump, confidently saying, "Well, first of all, thank you for having me. You know, the media has always been against me. They never give me a fair shake. But the American people know the truth. They know what I stand for, and they know that I delivered on my promises." The host asked him, but it didn't take long for the interviewer to start pushing back hard, and this is where things started to get heated. Let's talk specifics, Mr. Trump. On the topic of election integrity, many of your claims have been debunked by various independent sources. How do you justify continuing to spread misinformation? Trump, raising voice. That's where you're wrong. There's a lot of evidence that hasn't been covered by the media. They don't want people to know the truth. It was a rigged election, plain and simple. The interviewer wasn't backing down. They came prepared with facts and data that left Trump scrambling for answers. Here are multiple reports from both Republican and Democratic officials, fact-checkers, and judges who have all stated that there was no widespread voter fraud. Are you saying that all of these sources are lying? Trump, visibly frustrated, saying, "I'm saying that the system is corrupt. They don't want someone like me, who's an outsider, to come in and shake things up. It's all part of the swamp." Host, it was clear that Trump was getting more agitated. But the interviewer wasn't done yet. Let's move on to your handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many critics argue that your administration's response was inadequate and that your downplaying of the virus cost lives. How do you respond to that? Trump, defensive, "We did an incredible job. We got the vaccines out in record time. Operation Warp Speed was a tremendous success. No one could have done it better." The interviewer had a rebuttal ready, and it was brutal. But Mr. Trump, during the early stages of the pandemic, you were recorded saying that you wanted to play down the virus to avoid panic. Do you regret those statements? Trump, angry, "I didn't want people to panic. You have to be a leader. You have to show strength. We did everything we could. It was an unprecedented situation. It was becoming a war of words, with neither side willing to back down." And then, the interviewer dropped a bombshell question that left Trump visibly shaken. Mr. Trump, many of your former allies and cabinet members have come forward, stating that you were difficult to work with and often made impulsive decisions. How do you respond to these accusations from people who were once close to you? Trump, surprised. "They're just bitter. They couldn't handle the pressure. I demand excellence, and not everyone can deliver. They're just trying to save face." The tension in the room was palpable. The interviewer wasn't letting up, and Trump was struggling to maintain his composure. One last question, Mr. Trump. Given everything that has happened, do you believe